Okay, I want to have a look at another look at irrational numbers just very quickly because they're really important. So irrational numbers are numbers that can't be written as a fraction. So most numbers like 3 or 4, they can be written as a fraction. 3 is equal to 3 over 1, 4 is equal to 4 over 1, a half is a fraction. So irrational numbers are numbers that can't be written as a fraction. In other words, they can't be written like this. They can't be written as x over y, where x and y are integers and y is not equal to 0, because this is the definition of a fraction. So an example of some irrational numbers would be pi. So pi is an irrational number. Pi is equal to 3.141, but it goes on forever. It has no last decimal place. And that's what every irrational number is like that. Every irrational number has no last decimal place. So when you go to your calculator and you type in, or you get the calculator to display pi, it gives an approximation to about 8 decimal places, but that is only an approximation. The square root of 2 is another irrational number, and we'll be looking at that in more detail later on. So that's around about 1.4. But again, that's only an approximation. It's actually not quite equal to 1.4. It's only an approximation. It's an irrational number, so it has no last decimal place, and it goes on forever. The square root of 3 is an irrational number. And then there's this very important irrational number that's given the symbol e. And e is the number that's around about, well, an approximation of it is 2.718. But again, it's an irrational number, so it goes on forever. So irrational numbers are these numbers that can't be written as a fraction. They have no last decimal place. They go on forever. And a few examples are pi, the square root of 2, the square root of 3, and e.